Okay, moving on. Among the 14 PSUs, ITDC, that's one that's certainly buzzing in trade today, and it's a shortlisted company that the government is looking to divest. Let Ruchi Bhatia caught up with the management, Umang Narula, the chairman managing director, ITDC. Let's listen in.
Well, these four properties are, two of these are joint ventures that we have with the Assam government and with the Madhya Pradesh government. The properties are at Bhopal and Guwahati, and there is one heritage property we have in Mysore, the Lalita Mahal Palace, and one hotel of ours in Jaipur. So these are the four properties for which the RFPs have already been uploaded on the website, and the state governments have either they have expressed interest in buying out a stake or taking over the property.
So when do you see the completion of this? Any timeline that you can give us?
Well, I mean, since the transaction advisor's RFP is already there, and it's just a matter of process as quickly as that process can be completed. And then, of course, we then go to the state governments, and then we are expecting that, I mean, it should be done in the shortest possible time.
So, how is it really going to work out? Will the state governments pick up stake, or is it, some part of equity that you're giving out for these?
Well, I mean, the structure of these properties are all different. So, in the case of Assam and in the case of Bhopal, they are joint ventures with ITDC. So it's a slightly easier process there because we have a stake there. But the other properties are units. Okay. So we have not really worked that out. It's a transaction advisor has been appointed to advise us on how exactly the modalities of the transfer can be.
Right. Is the transfer of these hotels to professional management something that is also on card? Are you looking at a long-term lease for private that you can give to private companies for some of these hotels?
Yes, in fact, we had already made a beginning. One of our properties in Puri, we had sought to give it out on lease. Unfortunately, it got caught up in some litigation issues. Okay. So it's not something new for us. And of course, we definitely, because the state governments are also stakeholders with us. So if that option is available, we will definitely exercise it.
Right. Have you identified any other properties that you can look forward, that we going forward can look forward to in terms of sale? And what about properties like the Hotel Janpat in Delhi, Hotel Ashoka, where we are sitting in? Have you formed up any plans for these properties?
You see, I mean, it's an ongoing process. So we have moved ahead with these. I think for Bhubaneswar also there is an RFP out for giving on long-term lease. But there are many stakeholders involved. Consultations have to be held. Only then, once there is clarity, then only we can move forward.
Since we were talking about Hotel Ashoka, Hotel Janpat, many experts believe that going ahead and any sort of stake sale in these properties may be very difficult because they're located at a very important strategic locations. In that case, would a long-term lease be something that you would consider for private players?
I mean, this is a process. It's a process. Let us see. So far we have started with these properties, and let us see how that carries on, and we'll definitely learn from the experience of these properties.
But the government has an open mind. ITDC has an open mind as far as these properties are concerned. Well,
I mean, certain properties have gone on, so I cannot tell you. I mean, we cannot we have identified only some properties. Other properties and all, I cannot say what exactly will happen. Ultimately, the government is an important stakeholder because they own the ITDC. Any decision has to be taken in as per their guidance.
Right. The government in this budget has already spoken of as far as bigger PSUs are concerned, they should look to hive off their non-core assets. As far as ITDC is concerned, are you actively looking at hiving off any non-core assets? And apart from that, is ITDC looking at sale of any sort of land banks? Have you identified these land banks?
No, I don't think, because I mean, right now we are occupied with actually our core assets.
But in a long-term basis, can we expect something like that?
We'll have to work on it. We'll have to work on it and see if, as of offhand, I don't recall if we have any such assets. But we'll go and have a look at that.
the investors really feel that with some of these assets being hived off, this is certainly going to impact the company's balance sheet in the positive way. What is your outlook as far as FY17 is concerned?
No, we have positive for FY17. I think we've been making profits for the last 3 years, and we'll definitely be